Hello and welcome to the channel. I am your host, The Grateful Tadpole. If you haven't seen the video before this, I highly recommend doing that now so you can get a feel of what this video is. If you have seen the video, then I know why you are here for Booster Pack. Alrighty, last one we did was the Ixalan Booster Pack, which was more of a themed booster pack. This one is the Core Set 2019, so we're just going to get a variety of cards in this pack. So let's jump right into it. All right, as you can see, I have not opened this before. I think I'm going to do these all fresh with you guys, so there's no, fresh eyes with both of us. You kind of just do this this journey, this little quest discovery together. So let's see. Let's open this bad boy up. All right. Okay, so let's see. First we have Trumpet Blast. It is an instant. All right. Flavor text time. The sound of the trumpets lights a fire in the hearts of the bold and snuffs the courage of the cowardly. Sounds pretty neat. Next card is Trusty Pack Beast. It's a white card. Let's see, that glare. It's the only natural light that I have that looks good. So anyway, it's a creature, it's a beast. And flavor text. Margaret has traveled with me to the end of the world and back. Spoken by Hugh and Frit, a merchant. Might be interesting. All right, we have a Omen Speaker. Very cool. It's a human wizard. Her prophecies amaze her even as she speaks them. Very nice, very nice. Ooh, we got here a Lava Axe. Very fun. That is a sorcery. The flavor text says catch. That is great. All right. Oh, we have a black two-headed zombie. Nice. Thread the torsos together with angel hair to ensure they will cooperate in battle. From the Stitcher's Tome. Interesting. It's a creature zombie. Interesting. All right. Elvish Rejuvenator. All right, we got a nice another creature. Okay. No flavor text on this one. Sad. But that looked pretty cool. Let's see. Crash Through. It's a red sorcery. All right, flavor text. No flavor text. All right, looks kind of cool. Aven Wind Mage. It's blue. Looks like a weird bird thing. Another bird wizard. All right. My skill sharpens with each beat of my wings. Ho-ho! That sounds pretty cool. Cavalry Drill Master. We got a white human knight. Cool. Again, no flavor text, but that is okay. All right, let's see. Spark Tongue Dragon? All right. That's looking pretty intense. Fools believe that Kolagon's brood follows lightning storms. The wise know that it is the other way around. Interesting. Ho-ho! That's still a common card, though. But now we're going to get into the uncommons. And here we have an artifact creature, a wall. Suspicious bookcase. Yeah, all right. That's cool. Huh. All the books were dusty with disuse, save the one titled Camouflage and its Practical Applications. That could be cool. See what else we got. Aerial Engineer, a human artificer, which is actually a island and plains card. That's kind of neat. I think that's the first one we found that has two. The best of their trade know every bolt of their rigs stem to stern. Very neat. Human character. Vigilant Baloth. Green. That is a crazy creature. That's a beast. Villagers employ watchdogs as guardians and companions. Druids prefer something a little bigger. That looks fun. Ooh, 5/5. That's pretty nice. All right. Ooh, here's our rare. Lathless Dragon Queen. All right, look at that. That is pretty cool. That almost kind of looks like, who's that one card? Bolog? Bolog Mal or whatever it is? I don't know. All right, 6/6, very nice, looking pretty cool. That might be a boss, possibly. And basic land card, we get a swamp, so that could be location, probably, or somewhere. And then, what is this, an emblem? I don't know many things about emblems in Magic the Gathering. I haven't really been keeping up with the game in a while, but this is a Tezzeret. If anybody knows anything about that, I mean, I'm sure I'll do research afterwards, but, you know, put it in the comments. That's cool. I always welcome comments. Let's see. Huh. Emblem. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure what I'm going to use those for. Tokens could be used as just, like, extra items, you know, whatever it is, or possibly, you know, like, rewards, or I don't know, just depending on what you feel. Not really sure about that. It might be interesting. I might have to save that for later. And then we're back to the front with Trumpet Blast. So, all right. Let's see what we can make with this, with all of these cards. Okay, so let's start with the Omen Speaker. I like Omen Speaker. I had a few Omen Speakers in the first couple packs that I did, and I felt like that was a good card to start with for like the inciting incident, or like the quest giver. You know, she her prophecies amaze her even as she speaks them. So I'm thinking maybe the players could come to a city or a village or whatever, and they have a local Omen Speaker. This could be like a seer, you know, just a regular prophecy person, anybody that kind of like sees that kind of stuff, you know, the future, or like, you know, stuff like that. So maybe they have like one of those, you know, a blind woman, or, you know, a seer or something like that. So we'll put that at the front. That sounds like that'll be a good inciting character, NPC, to kind of get the ball rolling, give the players a little bit of info, maybe just enough to kind of spur them on into the quest. So that'll be a nice one. So let's keep going. Let's see, Lava Axe. Let's see. Let's probably do... Rusty Pack Beast. Sounds like they're probably going to need to... Crash through, weaving. A lot of creatures, not a lot of things in here. Maybe they need to be called with the Trumpet Blast. Perhaps there's a war or a battle or something that's going to be coming in the future, or somewhere nearby maybe, that they need to help prepare for, or even go as like reinforcements. So maybe they need to travel somewhere to help some people, or maybe another village is getting raided, or maybe that village is going to be raided shortly after the characters arrive. So maybe they need to help kind of bolster defenses, you know, make everything all safe and whatnot. So we'll put that next. We'll put Omen Speaker, then Trumpet Blast. Okay, let's see. Let's see what's going to be attacking them. We have a couple creatures, zombies, elf, druids. Those are probably going to be allies, so we'll not do that. Crash through. Actually, that sounds kind of good. Let's do that. Let's do Crash Through, which is another red. So something's busting through. So something's gonna break through. Don't know what. The Omen Speaker maybe is they know a danger is coming, but they're clouded. They can't tell what it is. Something is blocking them from seeing clearly about what's gonna be coming along. So let's see. Let's see, what can we do? How about, well, we do have that beast, the Vigilant Baloth. Okay, yeah. Villagers employ watchdogs as guardians and companions. Druids prefer something a little bigger. Okay, so maybe that's a good thing, because we do have an elven druid, so hey, that could actually be something. So let's put that into the side for a second. Let's go ahead and do... Aerial Engineer, even Wind Mage. There's not a lot of enemies that could really fit in this location. We could probably go ahead, let's say the Omen Speaker is in a swamp, or maybe this is where they need to go. So this could probably be put, let's say a nearby village. Okay, the Omen Speaker, wherever they're at right now, little village, little town, some neighboring area who is in a, or which is in a swamp, we'll do that. is going to have a battle. The battle's going to be there. There's going to be crash through. And what goes great in swamps? How about zombies? So let's put those zombies right there. They're going to crash through, and they're going to be fighting. So let's see. Hopefully, we can get some allies. So we'll probably see some cavalry drill masters. Might be a little hard to do in a swamp. So maybe there's another village that they have to go to nearby that they have to be recruiting all of these people, and they're going to be in like a nearby plain area. So maybe after they defeat the zombies, they're going to need to go, they get the help of those villagers, of the swamp people, so maybe they can help out. And then they got to go and find some more aid somewhere else. So we'll put the cavalry guys there. At the next one, let's see, there's probably going to be another fight. Let's see, what do we got? We got Aven Wind Mage in the plains. I don't know if those could be, oh, we do have a lava axe. So maybe perhaps there are some, let's see, some barbarians or maybe some like orcs or something, some kind of like barbaric creature that's going to be attacking some of the people on the plain. So you gotta, in order to get the cavalry drill masters and those people, you gotta help them with their thing. So let's see, they're gonna get attacked by some barbarians. After that, you can get some drill masters. Let's see what else. Probably at that point, there's going to be a very wealthy individual either nearby or in that village that they came to or something like that. This is going to be kind of like a hunting or a hide, not hide and seek, like a treasure hunt, or I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, something like that. So they're going to be scavenger hunt. There you go, scavenger hunt. It's going to be like a scavenger hunt. So these players are going to be bouncing around a lot, interacting with a lot of different NPCs. So if you want to build these characters beforehand and kind of give them a little bit, they don't have to talk with everybody. If you want to create a bunch of NPCs that they can talk to, that's great. But you can, for the most part, I'm sure you could probably figure out how to guide them into certain characters or certain individuals. You know, if there's one or two in particular, then every other character they want to talk to, like the baker or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, well, this person's in charge of whatever, they're on the committee, you know, head to the blacksmith or head to the, you know, whoever you want. I mean, these kind of things, I mean, I'm building this as we go, so I mean, possibilities are literally endless. So let's see. So we'll go to the benefactor, or this wealthy individual, and in their castle, perhaps maybe it's going to be empty or appears to be empty, and the players are going to be searching around, and maybe they'll come across this suspicious bookcase, and it looks like, if you can see that, there is a hidden door with light behind it. That looks pretty cool. So they're probably going to go in there. Let's scooch these cards over a little bit, make some more room on my table. Put that there. What do we have left? We got an aerial engineer, which sounds like perhaps maybe this is, because there's a lot of tech right there. There's a lot of parts and pieces. Maybe they need to have this kind of money so that they can fund their engineering, their building and stuff like that. So maybe this is the ally, and they have maybe some flight capabilities. Maybe some vehicles like little planes or whatever, little balloons or something that can get people up in the air. I mean, obviously aerial, so that would be cool. So maybe there's that guy or gal. There might be a gal in there. So they're going to be there, which may tie in nicely with the Aven Wind Mage. Perhaps they are colleagues. And they're working together or trying to perfect more natural flight for the non-flighty races of the world that you're in. Or maybe they are rivals. The Aven Wind Mage, the bird wizard, maybe they believe that only those born with the innate ability to fly should be allowed to patrol the skies and claim that as their home. Maybe the aerial engineer is like, nah, bro, no, it should be for everybody. And so maybe they're butting heads a little bit, so maybe that could be a conflict of interest, depending on if you have any characters in your party that want to, fight that. That might be an interesting take. Or they could be, working together to try to benefit the area, or maybe there's a threat that's coming, which may lead into this, or even if they are rivals, it could still, maybe they're trying to find the best option to combat this future danger that's going to be coming by air, which may come in the form of a spark-tongued dragon. Maybe a storm is coming, and there are signs and keys. Maybe the omen said something in the beginning about a storm raging across the land or coming with destruction. So maybe there's going to be a dragon. From the sound of this, if you ever play Dungeons and Dragons, unless they're like very young dragons, and even maybe at that point, dragons are tough. I mean, it's Dungeons and Dragons, you know. So perhaps if you were to do this, this quest, it may be for higher level characters, or maybe if there's something dragon related for lower characters, like to kind of build it up to it. But it sounds like, I mean, there are 2 dragons pulled in this this card. A legendary dragon, which, I mean, that's gonna be the main boss. So I'm assuming this is probably gonna be for higher level characters. So let's see, those the Aerial Engineer and the Aven Wind Mage, make some more room. They're going to be preparing to fight against this oncoming storm, Spark-Tongued Dragon. So maybe there's going to be a little battle with that. Excuse me. Let's see. At some point, I think you are going to need to have the players come across the Elvish Rejuvenator. And he is probably going to have either the Vigilant Baloth with him, or perhaps it'll be like a little mini side quest to get any additional help on land. Maybe either he comes with it and he needs to he needs to help rejuvenate some maybe life within the swamp that you guys are at. Maybe there's something going on in there that's kind of messing with the wildlife and the natural ecosystem, or perhaps the Vigilant Baloth is his pet and something's wrong with his pet, or it's missing, or you got to go help find him, and then he accompanies with you guys to help and try to retrieve them. So that might go pretty well together. So we'll put that. That could really be anywhere. You could probably just have this as like in the background. We'll put that off to the side. You could probably stick that anywhere throughout this quest so far to see how well it's going. If it's getting kind of slow between going between villages, or if your players are kind of like going against the grain and are like, oh, well, let's save that other village for a little bit later, and you know they want to do something else. Maybe you could throw in this little side quest to satiate their adventurous tendencies, and then be like, okay, well, there's nothing else around here, you might as well just go to the rest of this place. So that'll probably get them on track. So you could probably do that, have just like this little extra thing. So then all we have left are the Trusty Pack Beast, which probably, you could probably use this after you get some of the villages to cooperate with your or the players get the villages to cooperate with them and to work and try to prepare for this battle. Maybe certain villages or towns have supplies that need to be transported to the other villages or other soldiers or their other defenses and stuff like that. So maybe you have to hire, I know that's going to cost some money, maybe, unless your players are really good at persuasion, haggling, that kind of stuff. So maybe the Pack Beast is going to be some form of transportation for goods and services and stuff to kind of prepare and you know, spread out the supplies and everything in preparation for this. Or maybe you could use the Trusty Pack Beast for your players. Maybe they need stuff, since they're going to probably be at the front of this fight, which right now seems like it's going to be kind of building pretty big with this storm coming. So maybe they're going to need some supplies and stuff, some big metal rods, tuning rods or something like that, that catch the lightning, I guess lightning rods, yeah, so lightning rods. So we'll probably, you know, that could be an interesting thing. So we'll put that off to the side maybe as well, or maybe even put that after you get to the first village, after towards the first one that you have to get to. With the two-headed zombies, maybe in the swamp. Actually, no, that one probably will be in the next one. Maybe in the plains. That sounds a lot better. We'll put that over with the plains. Yeah, we'll just slide that in right now. Okay, so then all we have left is the Tezzeret emblem. So I'm not really sure about that. And then the final, the Lathless. So what it sounds like is there's going to be the storm. And this is going to be one of the things that comes with it. So we'll put that in the end. The emblem, I'm not really sure. We'll put that off to the side. So let's put all these cards together and see what we have. Because I think that is pretty much it. Now the quest in question seems like it might take a while, but that was actually pretty quick pull and organizing. So we'll see what we got. Okay, so we're gonna start with the Omen Speaker. That is gonna be the quest giver. She'll probably be in the village, one of the villages that they come to, and the Omen Speaker is probably gonna be like, hey, I need to speak with you, or perhaps some local person is gonna pull the characters aside, the players. I don't know why I wanna say characters. I guess it would work, but they're gonna pull them aside and say, hey, you need to speak to this lady or this guy or whoever you want it to be. Probably gonna tell them that they need to go to the swamp in a neighboring area, probably to help a village that's kind of secluded in there, or just kind of, there's some stirrings going on over there, and maybe you gotta go lend assistance because you guys are, you know, mighty heroes and adventurers. So that'd be pretty cool. When they get there, there's probably going to be the trumpet blast, which could signify an oncoming battle, some kind of, you know, disturbance. Definitely enemies are going to be coming in. That looks like it's on the plains, but really, I mean, taken out of context, it could be anything. You know, enemies are coming in. Let's see, the sound of the trumpets light a fire in the hearts of the bold and snuffs the courage of the cowardly. It could be beneficial to the players, or perhaps it could be, you know, from the enemy, you know, the bolstering, you know, and they're coming through, which could probably lead through to the clash through. So perhaps the players are going to come and, you know, build the defenses, like I said, and obviously they're going to come through. And what's going to come through in the swamp? Zombies and various two-headed zombie types. Sorry about that. Daughter needed something. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The two-headed zombies. So yeah, so that looks like that's pretty crazy. So there's probably going to be some kind of individual nearby, some necromancer or whatever, that's kind of messing with some stuff. So you know, just trying to make more people for his army. So that could be like a quick little like up and coming enemy that they just quickly thwart and get them out of the way, hopefully, if they survive. After that, they're going to need to go and get some help from another area. Whatever place that your players are in, for some reason they're just really troubled with you know, enemies nearby. Maybe it's just a really dangerous part of the world that they're in that just, you know, has, you know, it's ripe with danger and destruction. So, but they're going to go to another area, and they're probably going to come across the cavalry drill master, and you know, to get them on board to help, you know, for this impending doom that's coming, that they really don't know a lot, but they know that they need to get help. Perhaps they need some more people, so your players are gonna just try to get help, you know, as much as they can for whatever's happening. So they're gonna have to probably be pretty convincing, or wealthy enough to buy these help, which at higher levels, depending on how you disperse the gold, some DMs are very generous, some are not. As a DM myself, I try to keep it a little bit more realistic. You know, you're not gonna go into a cave and, you know, every monster is going to have like 100 gold on them. I mean, that's a lot of gold. And after a while, once you get in higher levels, and just, you know, some of the items in the player's handbook and the dungeon master guide, they're really expensive. So I mean, I guess it's designed for that. But if you want to keep a little bit more realistic thing, you know, throw some coppers in there, silvers. You know, rarely do a platinum. You know, money lenders, money changers, they, you know, cost money, like coin stars, stuff like that. So if you ever come across, you know, a lot of gold, and gold has weight too, so, you know, you want to, you know, condense that, you know, but, you know, try to be realistic if you want. I think it's more fun that way, you know, really immerse the characters or the players into the game, if it's more realistic. So, but there's that. So perhaps you need to buy or convince this drill master to kind of come. But in order to do that, you need to help them because they are going to be besieged by barbarians or some kind of lower intelligence creatures, and some of them are going to have some crazy magic weapons, perhaps. Alright, so the lava axe. Possibly some enemies that have some magic weapons that the players can get a hold of, for maybe for future, this future battle that they're going to be doing. At which point, maybe perhaps the new village that they're at has some supplies that the swamp village needed. So maybe this is when you can get your trusty pack horse from the plains people. Maybe either hire them, or if you have your own, or if the players have their own, that they can kind of use that. Kind of set up like a little trade thing to kind of get these villages, supplied and ready for this fight that may take over. This storm that's coming, which is what it's going to eventually be. Perhaps it's a very large, like it's going to encompass this whole area. So really, all these villages are in danger. At which point, maybe after your players kind of send these supplies across to the back and forth to this place, maybe they have to, maybe they get hinted a hint that they have to go to this wealthy, maybe like a castle or fort or something somewhere out in the outskirts of this plains area, and they get to it, it's empty, they're trying to look around, which is eventually where they'll find this bookcase, suspicious bookcase, and it opens up, secret doorway leading somewhere, maybe to like a big, huge room with like all of these, flying contraptions around, like a secret, like laboratory or whatever, which is where they'll find maybe the aerial engineer working on some stuff. At which point they'll tell the players that they either need help or, he's gonna need help with something, and that either their rival or comrade, the Aven Win mage, you can kind of do what you want there. Either you want more conflict, or have them together and have an external conflict, or whatever you want. Something's going on with the flying, like I said. Somebody wants to fly, somebody doesn't want them to fly, but eventually the storm is going to start coming, which is going to lead towards the Spark-Tongue Dragon, and it's going to be pretty powerful. I mean, this one isn't, so maybe they're going to be younger dragons, kind of like wormlings or dragonlings. I can't remember what they're called, but that could happen. And if it goes on long enough, perhaps what shows up is Lathless, the Dragon Queen. And that's a big no-no. So maybe the players are trying to stop this storm, which is coming with these dragons, if you want to follow with the flavor text of the Spark-Tongue Dragons. Fools believe that Kolagon's brood follows lightning storms. The wise know that is the other way around. So obviously, the dragons are what pulls these storms. So maybe they're migrating, or they just happen to be coming through, and the storm is coming and it's building and it's raging. And there's something about this storm that is kind of like a focal point, and it's going to be powerful enough to kind of summon, or at least draw in, this Dragon Queen. And if that happens, so the players have to stop these dragons from living long enough to have this storm build up. So they got to kill them quickly, and as soon as they do, maybe the storm is going to start dissipating and going away. If they don't, though, it sounds like a very dangerous scourge is going to be coming. Lathless, the Dragon Queen. I mean, not all dragons are bad, but that dragon, if you can look and you see that is very red hue, and we all know that red dragons are not good. So in all likelihood, that's probably a bad dragon. So the players are going to want to stop those dragons. If they don't, and that queen is summoned, I'm going to leave that up to the DM playing, and they can handle it from there. That might spur them on to a further quest, or actually that might lead them to a campaign, and then you kind of just build from there. So maybe this could be the start of a wonderful campaign to stop the world from being ravaged by Lathless, the Dragon Queen. That'd be pretty cool. And then we're back to the Omen Speaker. At some point throughout that quest, you could throw in the Elven Elvish Rejuvenator, and with the Vigilant Baloth. Those probably go hand in hand, either as a pet or maybe they're trying to fight these Baloths. Maybe it's rogue. You could probably throw that anywhere, as in like a mini side quest. And then the Emblem. Still not sure about what I could do with that. Emblem, that always reminds me of some kind of like a patch or like a coat of arms type deal. Or, you know, if you play Destiny, you know, you get your emblem or something on your around your name or whatever. So maybe this could be like a reward for the players, or who knows. If you have any comments or suggestions for what the emblem could be, go ahead and put them in the comments below. And then if it works out, perhaps I could, if I ever pull another emblem, I'll just put that in, you know, something similar. So that is the quest. Hope you enjoyed. That looks like it's going to be pretty cool. That could go numerous ways. There's lots of conflict, lots of fighting. Sounds like because there's so much action throughout it, it could be, for lower level players, it could be a pretty good, you know, maybe like a hack and slash, you know, just like a quick like, oh yeah, all the enemy health is like super low, you know, just kind of get them in there, do some damage and get out. And then perhaps it'll just lead up into, you know, a possible resurrection of this Dragon Queen or something like that. And the Dragon Queen won't actually show up, if that's what you want. I mean, it's all up to the DM's discretion. But that sounds like it's a pretty cool quest. So I'll just put these in the back, emblem with the back. And I don't have the little baggie with me right now. I got to go get more, but I love putting these in little tiny cup Ziploc bags to kind of keep them safe and in order. So if you enjoyed that, you know, subscribe if you haven't already. Give me a like, comments, any feedback to me. I love to take your comments, you know, and build this channel and make it better for everybody's experience. I will be here next weekend with another booster pack, and I will see you then. So have a good one.